South London, it's always been a kind of a mixed place, a lot of different classes and communities.
It's just evolving, constantly evolving.
This is our home, this is our city.
Creativity and a buzz and people wanting to express themselves. I found a beauty in that.
Yeah, I mean, I always come back here because it feels like home still.
The energy is so real and pure and down to earth.
It's lively because the people are vibrant.
South London is the realest place.
You know, you speak about South London. Right now, it's incredible.
It has that artistic feel, you know.
South is dense, it's rich.
Coming back to Brixton and just seeing how everyone just coexists really beautifully, I love that. Night and Day was originally an idea just to do something a bit different and a bit more than just a gig. To be honest, we didn't know that these Brixton shows were going to become Night and Day. It just sort of happened in an organic way because we were suddenly playing all these shows and, you know, Oliver and Jamie and I weren't the people that suggested 7 nights. They got suggested to us and we thought, there's no way, that's crazy. And then when we sold them out, we thought, oh, let's make this a special occasion. Just to give something back because we felt so lucky to be able to do all this.
Brixton, how's it going? Thank you so much for being here. It's the first day of Night and
Day. Is only getting stronger. I say something loving. All my hesitations are fading. I feel it taking over.
We started reaching out to different musicians to come and play with us and hopefully collaborate and just to sort of get involved.
I think the process of making music is collaboration between people or between moods or ideas. I love to collaborate. I love to work together with other people. I think it's really an important part of making music.
In a way, I think all the Night and Days have been building up to this one. They've all mattered and they've all been incredible, but this one is our home. This is our city. London is our inspiration. London's where we've worked the most and done the best. And I've seen all of my favourite bands play here, and I started seeing them at a point where I had no ambition to be up on stage. And it was just something I was here to just enjoy and take in. You know, I wasn't in the audience looking up, picturing myself up there. It's just a funny turn of events that we are.
When I was 14, that was around the time that I'd really fallen in love with music. And just coming here, and I was in the mosh pit, standing right where I stand on stage, pretty much in front of me. And I was just staring up at the performers, and I don't know, it was just like electric. I never experienced anything like it. So now when I'm on stage, when I look down at that spot, I just think about myself there, just totally being intoxicated with the whole live experience.
A big thing about Night and Day is that we want to edge away so much from it being a takeover. This is about like a collaboration and about supporting the community and kind of feeding into it.
The arts is a way for people to connect with each other and see what other people's lives are like.
Art can make social change and it can reflect it.
The arts can approach things in a different way. It enables people to change and it can create a very balanced society.
I guess arts is the space where you can kind of make the impossible possible. Art is a space to kind of reimagine how you want your reality to look, how you want your world to look. And I guess the hope is that at some stage, life will begin to imitate art and take the shape of your dreams and like what you imagine.
It's a way to discover yourself as well and to finding your own place in the world, and I think you need to express yourself in order to find that. I was always attracted to London because it felt like it was a land of possibilities in terms of meeting people and trying out new things. That's something that was terribly lacking for me, but I found in London.
I come give it up to someone else's touch, because I care too much, I care too much, I care too much.
We did a visit to Raw Material, and the lady that was showing us around was unfortunately saying how much in dire need they are and how much is being cut, which was really upsetting to hear.
I set Raw Material up back in 1992, actually. My original intentions were to provide the sort of resources that I'd been used to when I was teaching and make that available to the community with no restrictions.
Raw Material has helped me to develop my performance skills and also just to get a better understanding about the music industry.
I'm really pleased to see that, people doing well in music want to put something back into their roots, because it doesn't happen very often. This is more about them, understanding what's going on and how young people are growing up and aspiring to do music like they did, and and supporting that talent, that development.
The Beatrice Centre, and that was just incredible, just to see how selfless so many of the people that work there are, just really constantly trying to help make other people's lives better.
The Beatrice Centre is a women and girls centre in Brixton that's been running for 25 years, and essentially we support local women and girls in the area to sort of realise their aspirations.
Thank you so much for coming, and enjoy, have a pass around, have a cup of tea. I've got biscuits in the meeting room.
One of the things I love at Beatrice is that, yes, we sort of tell the girls that they're important and, that they're wonderful, but we also sort of encourage them to sort of push themselves and to not just sort of focus on your own ambition, which is great, you should do that, but also as you're doing that, how can you make an impact to the world around you?
Like I did a Q&A, which I'd never done before, with Adua from Girls Talk and Olive from Beatrice, like these two women that I never would have probably had a conversation with, such a deep conversation with, without that.
The journey I've been on and all the women that have helped me, by me giving back to all those, to the next generation of women, all the women around me, that is my community. It's my responsibility now.
You got the love. 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 You got the love.
Night and day on Represent.
I'm La, you're listening to Represent Radio, and I'm here in the studio with Romy, Oliver and Jamie, who are the XX. So more about this Night and Day.
I guess we've been doing a load of festivals, and some of them were great, some of them were not so great, and we kind of felt like we could do this ourselves, but better with all of our friends in amazing, beautiful places.
Represent Radio is really a place for lots of people to come together and practice how to be with each other. Learn self-respect, get confidence, expand your horizons by meeting new types of people, collaborate and have a voice. We started really, really small 15 years ago with one microphone and a mini disc, and now Represent in Brixton, you know, full radio station, FM, DAB. We've probably worked with about 4,000 young people directly.
For Represent to give me my voice, and with my voice to use that to help other people get their songs played, hear why they want to be in the industry, just being a role model to other people. I love having a voice and letting it be known that you can do something with it.
I think in a weird way, radio's sort of almost taken over from television because the images are just sort of everywhere now. You can just get anything you want, sort of. Whereas radio's a little bit more spiritual. Like I was with these girls today on Represent called Atlas, and they were just playing crazy music from Lebanon and from sort of, you know, Mozambique and from Sierra Leone and from Brussels, and they were tunes that I'd never heard before, and so they're just going so deep into the music, and it's just exciting that they're really young people doing it. We have to celebrate music and keep nurturing it and keep supporting it and building the communities, and the government needs to remember that it's a really important part of our culture.
Okay, on that note, this is Fancy by Mariah. Thank you so much, Jehnny Beth.
Thank you, Romy. It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you, everyone at Represent Radio. Great job.
Welcome to 198 and coming down and letting us have the opportunity to do all this stuff. Yeah. They've really had a good time working on this project. You know, it's really motivating for them.
We got the brief and it was very broad. They gave us so many different areas of inspiration and images and things like that to take on in their own way, and then to have everyone's ideas come in, and then we lay them out on the table and have a look at it and just see how everyone else took the brief. It's just interesting.
Yeah, do you want to have a go? Yeah,
go on then.
Have a go. Right, now. Oh, wow. You have to press down really hard and count to 15. Getting pumped up. Yeah. Creativity is something that we all have inside us. In the community that I'm from, a lot of the young people don't really have the facilities to express themselves, and they can do that through artistic programs.
Young people are the future. You know, without young people having a voice, we won't be able to, you know, make an impact and a change in society. It's really key because young people make a major impact to any kind of, you know, community culture. Young people are the heart of it because they are the future. As a result of, you know, government, there's a lack of funding in terms of like charity sectors, you know, and people that are reaching out to youth organizations. So as a result of that, you know, opportunities are declining. You know, it's becoming much more difficult to become sustainable. The dynamics in the economy is changing quite drastically.
Yeah, people love this one. These Brixton ones. Which one's your one?
This one.
Ah, yes, nice.
On paper, you write down, oh, you know, this person's going to be the special guest, and you know, this DJ, and then this charity's going to be involved. But then, all of a sudden, the people arrive, and then they're people with personalities and so much to give, and so many stories and inspiring music, and it just sort of feels like it was kind of overwhelming because I hadn't quite anticipated how much is going on or has gone on this week.
What they've achieved with these 8 nights and all the events that have surrounded the 8 nights is just amazing. The taste level is just incredible in terms of the variety of different live acts that are supporting, obviously including the likes of Kelela or Francis and the Lights or Floating Points, etc. Like, so many of my favourite people are supporting, and it's clear with their music that the influences are wide beyond just music. It's art, it's design, it's film, it's cinema, it's radio, it's music. And they've managed to incorporate all of those elements into this gig. They have a great respect for DJ and nightlife culture as well.
Nightlife in London, again, I guess is changing. You know, for me, I guess these events have been sick because people who wouldn't typically rub shoulders with one another, you know, during daylight hours and sunsets, there's music, there's smoke, there's heavy bass, there's drink. People kind of begin to let their guard down a little bit, and the barriers that kind of generally tend to make cohesion difficult fall away.
Clubbing culture is important because everybody loves music. Unself-conscious dancing is when I'm at my most happy, and I think that's true of a lot of people.
Clubs are like the modern-day church, isn't it? I mean, for a lot of people, it's like where you go and let your emotions out. You can like be in touch with things that maybe don't fit into your everyday life. From the beginning, clubs have always been a place where people are allowed to explore new things, new emotions and new cultures, and I think people need that.
I can't believe it's nearly over. It's kind of gone through like so much anticipation for it happening, then just being in the swing of it, you know, where it's like every night, and then all of a sudden it's the end and I'm already sort of walking around the venue thinking, oh, I'm not going to see this, I'm not going to see that anymore. So I feel a bit sad now.
saw you coming back to me. When and where did we go? 'Cause I thought I had you on hold. I thought I had you on hold. I thought I had you on hold.
You're our home, you're our inspiration, and we love you. So thank you.